Thursday. From CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. Beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to take a and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He'll find Metcalf. Busting free at the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
This passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage, but now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run with Carson. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. So here comes the Patriots offense led by number 1, their new quarterback for 2020. That, of course, Cam Newton.
What an audition last year for Teddy Bridgewater in New Orleans. Not one that he expected to have happen with the injury to Drew Brees, but he stepped into the breach, and the Saints went 5-0 in his starts, and he showed the rest of the league he was ready to be a starting quarterback again. Now he gets his opportunity with a brand new head coach, a brand new organization in Carolina.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they had the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Seahawks 42.
2nd down, Bridgewater. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it, and the Seahawks have recovered.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
On the carry.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Thompson.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Wilson being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Michael Dixon.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He was brought down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out.
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball. What's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here playing the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
At the 39-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson, short throw to Disley, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf, and he'll go down at the 28.
Complete to DK.
Good catch there by DK Metcalf, and when he came into the league, we were all impressed by his physical attributes. Looked like he was chiseled out of stone. This guy's body is one that we all really wanted to have. But as his rookie season progressed, they added more and more to his plate. Now at times, with his size, his speed, and ability to catch the ball downfield, he looks downright unstoppable.
10 at the 12.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
The tackle made at the 3.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's pounded his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Cooper on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
Incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. A big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's when it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and try to account for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A gain of 2.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Wilson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Tackle made back at the 20.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
On the play. First down, Carolina.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jordan Brooks, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
A pickup of 15 yards, but it's now 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. Setting up the screen, Bonifant. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal on the Seahawks 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Bridgewater. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore.
Touchdown.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. So a passing touchdown on 3rd and goal from the 1. You like the play call?
I like any call that ends up as a touchdown.
I guess
of course,
that's
a really good call. But in this case, I liked it a lot because maybe they just didn't feel confident in running the football in that situation.
Now the extra point.
For the point after.
And that one makes it 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Out to his left. Short throw to Disley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Wilson. And that's good for a Seahawks. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, Wilson buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
And he's going to keep it here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. He'll run it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 14 yards. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Seahawks 14, Panthers 7.
To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run.
kickoff for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Cooper on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That'll be taken in by Anderson. The 40. Past the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Complete to
A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
8-yard line.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Eluding the pressure right. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Dante Jackson on the tackle. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 10-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.
Chris Carson. The tackle made back at his own 6-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Stephen Weatherly able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. And he is going to get the 1st down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They run it with Carson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
A 2-yard.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down,
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
3 yards.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
He was taken down.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Bridgewater. And it's caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Catch there by DJ Moore, who's really starting to come into his own, and he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving, 78 yards per game, and that ranked in the top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Slide for the PAT.
For the point after.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. That time a 6-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Steps away to his left. It's caught. Lockett. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Wilson on 1st down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. This is intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Seahawks have recovered. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Wilson forced out to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Carry for Carolina.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back, because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 9-yard line.
Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, but now it's 3rd and goal. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
And goal.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Myers' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
24. Panthers 14.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kicks are trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls. Good tackle there by Jaron Reed, the former 2nd-round pick out of Alabama, and that's why he was drafted, but he's really shown an excellent ability to rush the passer as well.
And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
No gain on the play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A Reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And that is incomplete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
The Seahawks take over first and
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. On first and 10, it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. They find some open field here. And he's got this down to the 35. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Again, Wilson on the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. And now it's second down.
To second and 10.
On second down, Bridgewater again. And they get to Bridgewater. Bridgewater taken down in the end zone for a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
At the 39-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Cooper on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Was it a breakdown of protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
1st and 10. At their
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Wilson. Dancing to his left. He'll find Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job.
The onside kick recovered by Carolina.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
A gain of 12.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
17 yards.
Catch there by Robbie Anderson, and we all know he's got the speed to get behind any defense. What I think is underrated about his game is his toughness and his belief in self. Robbie Anderson.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
McCaffrey on the carry.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
And it's third down.
Now Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5.
Complete.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Boston shot through on the safety blitz for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He's got daylight. The 20.
You got to love it, baby.
Way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 84 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Cooper on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he coughed it up, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Recovered by the defense.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's got this down to the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Seattle Seahawks. First and 10.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. This is Carson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Here's Carson. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. 3 tight ends up front here. Third and goal.
It's third and goal.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Makes the score Seahawks 43, Panthers 21.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job.
Onside kick recovered by Carolina.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Panthers.
Bridgewater on first down. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Incomplete.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Bridgewater now. That one complete to Anderson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. 11 yards there, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And Thomas has it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
It's a gain of
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
To the air again with Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
McCaffrey on the toss right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Here's Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down.
It's a turnover on down.
Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, well, we're not going to lose this, so let's have some fun. I don't know why you go for it.
I think that's as good an explanation as any, and we all...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
3rd down.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to kick points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT.
43, Panthers 24.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4.
2 yards.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The tackle.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On third down, Carson. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a fourth down. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up
2nd and 5 from the 8.
At the 8-yard line.
Wilson. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
9-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead now up to 22.
46. Panthers 24.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job.
Inside kick recovered by Carolina.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First down, Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. he sheds himself free. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They run again with Carson. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, well, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Carson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 45 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job.
The onside kick recovered by Carolina.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
To throw, Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Christian McCaffrey. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
Ryan, Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Throwing, Bridgewater. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The sack there by Rasheem Green. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles usually...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Sly on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Jair Whitehead on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I got one. Mike 56. Tighten up.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield.
Wilson.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. So that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
That's good.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
He may try and run for this. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Seahawks.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Carson. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
Wilson's pass complete to Chris Carson. A gain of a yard.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
54's Mike.
Here's Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
And
Stephen Weatherly coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off around the 27. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good. Makes the score Seahawks 56, Panthers 31.
And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
Ready? Mike 54. Mike
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Carolina.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
To Ian Thomas.
7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
And 3 at the 9-yard line.
McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times, and you can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation, and he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Wilson down around his goal line. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
That's good.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That's good.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Wilson's pass.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Will Disley, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos, the rookie, That's why they drafted him, getting in there and making the play defensively. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Number 11.
Robbie Anderson, 29 yards. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
And in this day and age, I would love to play quarterback in the NFL. Wide open offenses, acrobatic receivers. If you're accurate, you're going to have days like this.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
38.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have.
The onside kick is recovered by the Seahawks.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home, all right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Fights loose. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And look at this, another fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
At the 44-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
First down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
4th down, they're going, Bridgewater. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it would appear that the Seahawks are going to win this football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Right at midfield.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.